Welcome to the Town Board meeting, Thursday, March 16th, 7 p.m. Please rise and salute the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Emergency exits are to my right behind the town attorney and also the door you came in. Roll, please.
Councilman Delango?
Here.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Here.
Councilwoman Hitzelberger?
Here.
Councilwoman Doyle? Here. And Supervisor Perotti?
Here. Public comment?
Sharon Kroger. I just wanted to tell everybody that there was a forum in Sharon Town Hall between 4 and 6 o'clock today in regard to the Sharon Hospital and the major changes that they're being discussed. It was unfortunate that none of the New York people attended, or very few. I didn't see any others. And unfortunately, the article came out in the Lakeville Journal explaining this, but it didn't come out in the Millerton News. So the folks on the New York side didn't find out about it. Luckily enough, I think that our TV fellow has got it, and maybe he'll be able to broadcast it on the New York side as well. There will later on be a official hearing on April 15th at 4 p.m. Following up on this, and it has to do with the affiliation between Sharon Hospital and HealthQuest. And of course, they have to deal with regulations on both sides of the state line.
Oh, we are going to show that videotape on Channel 22 so people can see it, since it's such an important issue that affects all of us. Supervisor's report. The blizzard of 2017. There were several municipal conference calls with the county executive, the first of which was at 1:30 on March 13th with myself and Highway Superintendent Stan Whitehead. At that time, the storm was projected to be with a snowfall of 18 to 30 inches and winds of 21 to 32 miles per hour with higher gusts. We were told that the Emergency Operations Center would be fully activated by 3:30 a.m. on March 14th. A local state of emergency for Dutchess County was announced at 4:30 a.m. by County Executive Mark Molinaro, restricting travel on public road to emergency and essential only. At that time, I called Mike Flint to have the information put on Channel 22 and emailed Bass IT website to put this information on the website. Because of the weather problems, we closed the Amenia Town Hall on March 14th. There are also municipal conference calls on 3/14 at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. with updates on the storm. The local state of emergency for Dutchess County was amended to parking of motor vehicles in all public roads in Dutchess County until further notice. At 4 a.m. on 3/15, the travel restrictions were repealed, and the parking restrictions were repealed effective 4 p.m. on 3/15/17. And as their changes, worked with Mike Flint and Channel 22 and Diana Rossi at BAS to update both the website and Channel 22 so people knew what was happening. The Highway Department was working around the clock to keep the roads open in a blizzard that registered falling snow at 2 to 4 inches an hour and howling winds that made visibility very difficult. Our company, Kindred, was working to get all sidewalks cleared. This was a catastrophic event, and it will be several days to get all the snow cleared, so please be patient. Town Clerk report.
Good evening. I'd like to report that we'll start off with volunteers. Earlier this evening, prior to the start of the televised program, the town board has met with our 4 candidates who have expressed interest in joining our volunteer committees of Affordable Housing, Housing Board, and Recreation. So tonight I present to the board and to the public Megan Callahan, Cassandra Callow, Peter, you want to help me out on that, David?
Siegenthaler?
I figured. And Scott Russo. So with these 4 candidates, is the board prepared to make a motion?
Yes. I make a motion to appoint Scott Russo to Recreation Commission for the unexpired open term that will end in December 2017.
Second.
Councilman Delango?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hitzelberger?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
And Supervisor Perotti?
Yes. I make a motion to appoint Megan Callahan, Cassandra Carello, Peter, is it?
Siegenthaler?
Peter, we are so sorry.
Peter Siegenthaler, to the Affordable Housing Committee.
Second.
Councilman Delango?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hitzelberger?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
And Supervisor Perotti?
Yes. Okay, I make a motion to appoint Megan Callahan, Cassandra Carello, Peter Siegenthaler. Oh, wait a minute, not Peter Siegenthaler, oh, I'm sorry. I make a motion to appoint Megan Callahan and Cassandra Carello to the Housing Board.
And Megan's term expiring on 12/31 of '21, and Cassandra of '20.
Yes.
Second.
Councilman Delango?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hitzelberger?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
And Supervisor Perotti?
Yes. And also at this time, I would like to move to make some changes in the terms of office for recreation and to appoint Chip Watt to a term ending in December 18th, Rick Landrieu, a term ending December 2019, Chris Klinger, term ending December 2020, Linda Gregory, a term ending December 2021, Michelle Masoji, to a term ending December 2022, and Peter McCaffrey, to a term ending December 2023.
Second.
Councilman Delango?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hitzelberger?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
And Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
And that way, if the public is questioning this action on this move, what has happened was in December of 2014, the board went ahead and made a motion to go ahead and change the Recreation Commission's terms to the calendar year, and that began with Linda Gregory. Shortly thereafter, Linda, Michelle, and Pete McCaffrey have all been done correctly, but we would like to have the entire board clearly understand their terms with the new expiration date of December.
And I just want to take a moment to publicly thank you for putting this whole packet together for the board, including the lovely color chart, because it was a mess of paperwork to go through and put together in an organized fashion for us, and you just made it so easy, and we are so grateful and appreciative.
Great, thank you, Gretchen. Also this evening, I report to the taxpayers and my town board that the town clerk's office has collected 87% of our town taxes, which totaled $4,090,323.51, which only leaves us with 193 parcels that are uncollected. Also this evening, I present to the board the minutes of January 30th, February 2nd, and February 26th. Has the board had the opportunity to review those minutes?
Yes.
I'll make a motion that we accept the Monday, January 30th, 2017 minutes with the change noted on page 3, I apologize, second paragraph from the top. So it would read, B. Doyle motion, seconded by D. Gutierrez, to authorize Supervisor Perotti to sign a letter of support rather than saying a letter of support.
And although we were singing, and all of the packets are reflected with that change.
Second.
Councilman Delango?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hitzelberger?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
And Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Make a motion that we accept the February 2nd, 2017 minutes as presented.
Second.
Councilman Delango?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Abstain.
Councilwoman Hitzelberger?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Motion to accept the February 16th, 2017 minutes as presented.
Second.
Councilman Delango?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hitzelberger?
Abstain.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
And Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
And I'll thank Dawn Marie for her timely minutes and hard work making them accurate and reflecting the activities. It's been really a pleasure not to have to wonder where the minutes are. So I appreciate you staying within the time frame.
Thank you. Also this evening, I present to the board the abstract dated February 14th of 2017, consisting of 7 pages that were audited and are being presented to the board for payment. General Fund A in the total amount of $62,219.43. Highway Fund A, DA0, $30,666.52. Amenia Lighting, SL1, $1,506.21. Wasake Lighting, $529.43. Amenia Water, $4,417.28. Capital Heating Systems, $666. Landfill, $2,526.78, for a total of the abstract, $102,531.65.
Make a motion that we approve the expenditures as Dawn Marie listed.
Second.
Jen, you're so kind. Councilman Delango?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilman Hitzelberger?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
And Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Also this evening, I present to the board the lawn bids for the 2017 mowing season. I present to you 3 bids. I'll secure them. 1, 2, and 3. Let her have the honors.
That's really tight.
They're nice and secure.
I guess so. They're majorly secure. There we go. Complete with a staple. Okay, we have a bid from Harlem Valley Lawn Care for $9,850. Okay, we have a bid from Douglas Westfall for $13,250. And we have a bid from Tri-County Lawn and Landscape for $8,675.
They all meet specs, so they're all same bid for the same?
Yes, they are. They all included the bid specs.
Make a motion to accept Tri-County's bid for $86.75.
Second?
Councilman Delango?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilman Hitzelberger?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
And Supervisor Purdy?
Yes.
And my last announcement for this evening is for everyone to save the date. Saturday, April 8th is going to be a fun event here in our town. The Easter egg hunt will be here at the town hall beginning at 10 a.m. It'll be a rain or shine event. We begin in the town hall auditorium, and also in Wassaic. They're going to be holding their Easter egg hunt at the Wassaic Firehouse starting at 1 p.m. It's also a rain or shine event with light refreshments to be served.
What date?
There's both of them the same.
Same date, okay.
Saturday, April 8th.
Okay,
So you can get your bunny on.
either way.
The special visitor.
Okay.
And what is the time of the other one?
The town
Ours is
hall
10.
is 10, and the Wassaic Fire is at 1.
Go to both.
Yes, you could really clean up on
Yeah.
Easter eggs that day.
That's a lot of Easter eggs. So other than that, everyone have a fun St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. In case some of us are celebrating it.
Okay, Highway Department report. Dear Supervisor reporting, Town Board members, we survived the storm. Right now, we are in the process of making our roads safer by pushing snowbanks back, opening up intersections for sight distance, clearing our bridges. He said in here, he has first thing tomorrow morning, we're going to focus on clearing the snow in front of the post office only at this time. However, that was moved up and that was done after lunch today. We have many things that need to be done due to the large amount of snow. We will return to Main Street as soon as possible. If anybody has safety issues, please contact the Highway Department at 845-373-9922. Committee reports.
For recreation, we met the second Tuesday, that was the 7th of March, and they wondered if we could have, they'd like to request that the supervisor's office, Tara Maury, provide them with additional services if possible. They'd like to have her or someone in your office provide updates to the calendar on our website so that the recreation offerings were populated on that, on our town website, and also to create something like that Dover does, a very simple listing, one page that has a listing of all the rec offerings and probably contact information if you're interested in karate or if you're interested in the senior trip or the Renegades game, you know, that there be a listing. And even go so far as, I guess this is what they do in Dover, is they mail it out to everybody. But what I would say is begin an email list server so people on our website can sign up to receive an email blast that would say, don't forget volleyball is that night. And, so that people are informed. It doesn't cost very much, something like Constant Contact. So if you decide you don't really want all those blasts of information, they could opt out of it without any trouble, and it would just be a very simple amenity to offer to our residents.
That feature's built into the website, so that all they would have to do is ask BAS to provide them with a template.
We have to provide BAS with a list of our offerings, though, right? That's what we need, is a comprehensive list of all the offerings, which changes somewhat.
No.
You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, and no, we don't have to provide BAS with a list of the offerings. We just have to ask them for a template for the, it's a newsletter template.
Okay.
And they can put the link wherever you want.
Right, but
And then
somebody has to
people can
create
sign
it
up.
and maintain it.
That's
Create
what
and
they want
maintain.
Tara to do,
Right,
not BAS. Yeah.
right. So I would make a motion that we authorize Tara to begin compiling a list of all the recreational offerings and work with BAS to provide that in our web calendar and to begin offering an email listserv, however that can be done, and the template that you suggested be created.
Is there a second?
Second?
Councilman Delango?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hitzelberger?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
And Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
CAC was canceled due to the storm on the 15th. It will be rescheduled, and I don't believe it's been rescheduled yet.
That's the end of the committee reports?
That's all I have.
Okay. Water tank inspection bid approval. The water tank needs to be inspected, and Marco got us 3 bids. We have one from Marine Solutions for $12,995. One from Liquid Engineering. Whoops, what is the price on that? Oh, I'm sorry. Marine Solutions, actually, their bid is $5,950. U.S. Underwater Services is $12,995. And Core Pro is $1,410. Did I read that right?
Wait, Liquid Engineering is what?
Okay. Liquid Engineering is $2,920. Core Pro is $1,410.
Well, so
Then there is,
there's 2 services being offered by Liquid. One is inspection and reporting, the other is the cleaning inspection and reporting. Okay, never mind, I get it. So we're looking at the cleaning inspection and reporting, not the bid without the cleaning, right?
yeah, I believe we're just doing the inspection. Now, Liquid Engineering has inspection and reporting, and then cleaning and inspection and reporting.
And we're just doing the inspection, so they're at 2,300 for that.
And Core Pro is 1,410.
Yep, they're low.
According to this, Core Pro is 2 inspections. One in the fall, one in the spring during installation, and one in the fall for removal of anodes. See what has Washington Court. AA. Let me go to AA.
Which still puts them in the list.
These bids are pretty different. The Marco had recommended I believe he said he had recommended liquid, but I don't know if that was before all the... It was based on that. They're doing it last year.
You recommended two, Liquid Engineering? I know Core Pro's done it before.
But they're not the lowest bid.
Why does the Core Pro bid say that the structure to be inspected is a standpipe? And the others actually reference a 25-foot by 45-foot, 200,000 gallon tank.
Yeah, but Core Pro says 200,000 also.
It does. Oh,
Under
there it is.
capacity.
All right. I mean, if they're all the same, then
Core Pro.
I'll make a motion to accept the lowest bid from Core Pro for $1,410.
Second.
Councilman Delango?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hitzelberger?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
And Supervisor Prody?
Yes. Okay, the resolution to establish medical insurance premium contribution percentage. In the old employee handbook, that percentage was 70-30. But in looking at other towns, the norm that seems to be more 75-25, and I've made that accommodation in the budget. So the only way we can change the current contributions is by resolution.
Is this 11?
This will be 11.
Establishing medical insurance premium contribution percentage for Town of Amenia employees and elected officials. At a meeting of the Town Board of the Town of Amenia held at Amenia Town Hall on the 16th day of March at 7 p.m. I make that motion, seconded by.
Second.
Whereas pursuant to Section 806 of the Town of Amenia Employee Handbook, adopted by the Town Board by resolution on February 14, 2013, Medical insurance coverage is available to each full-time or part-time employee, excluding temporary and seasonal employees, and each elected official of the town of Amenia and their eligible family members. Whereas Section 806 of the Employee Handbook further provides that the amount of the insurance premium an employee or elected official is required to contribute is established by resolution of the town board, that such amount may be stated as a specific dollar amount or as a percentage of the premium costs, and that contribution amounts are subject to change by resolution of the town board. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby determines the establishment of the amount or percentage of the medical insurance premium cost required to be paid by a town employee or a town elected official is a Type 2 action under New York State Environmental Quality Review Act, therefore is exempt from environmental review, that any town employee or elected town official who works more than 20 hours per week and who is eligible to receive medical insurance through the town and who elects to receive such insurance by proper completion and proper submission to the town, and the insurance carrier, the town, of all required forms and information, shall be required to contribute to the cost of such medical insurance by timely payment each and every month, or as otherwise specified by the town and or health insurance company as follows: 25%. That 25% contribution hereby established shall take effect on May 1st, 2017. The foregoing resolution was voted on with all councilwomen and councilmen voting as follows.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hitzelberger?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilman Delango?
Yes.
Okay, we've done recreation term limits, Kent Hollow Mine. I make a motion to go into executive session.
Second?
I'm sorry, go into executive session to discuss a legal matter, pending litigation.
I didn't hear the kid.
Pending litigation,
Pending possible.
possible litigation.
Councilman Delango?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hitzelberger?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Abstain?
And Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Does that mean that you're not going to reconvene?
We'll reconvene after executive session.
Because if not, could I make a public comment, because if you're closing the meeting for the night?
No, we will reconvene. We just have to speak with an attorney.
So we have to leave?
Yes. Okay, we're back in regular meeting, and I believe we need to make a motion to authorize an expenditure for consultant for the Kent Hollow Mine. So I make a motion that we have Kathy Mitchell
Just authorize.
perform surveys for potential rattlesnake presence on Kent Hollow Mine. The estimated cost for rattlesnake presence and 4 surveys is $5,611. In addition, to authorize the estimated cost for literature search and surveying other suitable habitat within range for interbreeding populations for a total cost of additional survey work of $2,888.
Second?
Councilman Delango?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hitzelberger?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
Supervisor
Oh,
Prodi?
I'm sorry, abstain. I'm going to abstain. And after that,
Yeah, I got your abstention.
We'll just read it.
Motion to adjourn, or is that?
No, I have other
Do you
matters.
have other matters?
During different inspections we have had at the town, we found that the door to the boiler room is inadequate and needs to be a steel fire door. So we have 3 estimates to replace the door to the boiler room with a more secure and appropriate fireproof door. So the first bid is from James Pekovich for $2,200. We have a bid from Sala Construction for $2,200. And we have a bid from Hudson Valley Builders for $1,315.
Motion to accept the Hudson Valley Builders bid at $1,315.
Second.
All the same.
Councilman Delango?
1 second.
Discussion.
Sure.
The only bid that actually specifies installing a new door is the Sala.
No, it's right here.
No, Hudson Valley Builders
It
is,
says remove all fire door in boiler room, remove concrete to raise the floor for the installation of new door, install new pressure treated 2x6 for new door,
Which is the wood frame.
install new concrete. I mean, if it's a fire treated door, why is there a wood frame? That doesn't make sense. Now, this one is remove steel entry door to boiler room, raise head height, pour concrete plate, implied things.
This one doesn't mention the new door either. This one does.
Then remove existing door, go in the boiler room, install new steel fire-rated door with self-closing hinges. I mean, the only question that I have is the purpose of a fire-rated door is to keep the, if there's a fire outside, out of the boiler room, or vice versa. I mean, if it has a wood frame, it's not fireproof.
Or that was fire retardant drywall. Used to be in business.
What's that?
They put fire retardant drywall over it.
Yeah, well, I
but
mean,
this one
it's not
says-
stating anything, it just says replace with pressure-treated 2x6s for the new door.
well, the one says remove existing metal door going into boiler room, install new steel fire-rated door with self-closing
Clothing
hinges.
Right, it's the Sala.
I mean, if we can, why don't we table this and try to get clarification on the estimates? Make sure
Okay.
we're comparing apples to apples.
Agreed.
Okay.
I rescind my motion.
Is there any other matters?
I just want to thank Stanley and the crew for being out there in the nasty weather and getting all of our roads clean and safe. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for everybody who showed up today. Sharon for speaking. Walter's streak is alive.
Is there any other public comment before we end? No? Okay.
I want to just say that the fantastic Mr. Fox was fantastic, and congratulations to the Weebatuck School District. They always entertain and delight me every spring, and I look forward to their next production. They did a grand job. Also, I thought WSEG project figured prominently in this year's production. They did sound, lighting, costumes that, really played a huge role in making that event a success.
Well, speaking of WSEG project, they are having a ceramics workshop coming up, and the instructor is really, really excellent. So if you have the opportunity, I highly recommend it. And I understand there are pancakes in my future.
There are going to be pancakes served on Sunday, March 19th at the Amenia Firehouse.
Oh, I have one more thing I forgot to say, is that I am supposed to be asking the town board to waive the $25 fee, and insurance requirement for the Amenia Democratic Committee that has been hosting meetings here. We hosted a meeting here in February and would like to do so again in March, on March 26, 2 to 4 p.m.
Make a motion to waive the fee
And insurance.
and insurance.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion?
Sure.
Historically, we have not waived fees for political parties.
Have we, and I don't know, because I don't know this from firsthand experience, but I think I recall back when I was watching these on TV, we waived a couple of fees for some elected officials when they were doing the rounds during campaign season when they came and spoke here. Is that not correct?
That's true.
Like county officials or something?
Yep.
But for actual political parties to actually have a meeting here, historically, we have not
Yeah.
waived fees.
I would suggest that these meetings have been a great boon to the community because we just got 4 volunteers on our recreation housing and affordable housing, and our recreation commission. We got a boon to those commissions and committees and boards that needed volunteers, and we found them by bringing out those issues and them becoming interested in helping the town and finding ways, real ways, that they can contribute to the town of Amenia.
I
Was
would
the
like to
fee
add
waived?
to that,
No, they did
We paid
pay.
it. I
They
paid
did
it.
pay the last,
I would like to add, though, that anything that brings out more members of our community, even if it's the Democrats, I would be in favor of helping that go through smoother, even if it's the Democrats.
I'll say thank you, Gretchen. Well, she's,
That
We got
may,
3 Democrats.
that may have been, you know,
We get 3.
that may have, you know, been a good follow-up to that particular meeting to get, but historically, the town has always charged political parties for having their meetings here.
Any other discussion?
I'm okay with it as long as it's across the board, you know?
I will let the record reflect that the Republicans have already booked a room in April, and they've already paid. So we paid, the Democratic Party did pay for the first meeting last month, and the Republicans' first meeting, public meeting of the year, has already been paid for, and they've reserved the space. So that way, there's no question, you know, if we're going to do one.
They didn't
for
have the
them.
meeting yet, so technically there
haven't.
shouldn't be a charge. That's the way
That's
that I
already, they
look at it.
requested that room prior to tonight's meeting. They actually requested the room prior to the last meeting that took place. They secured it.
And they've always paid.
They do not provide insurance, but they provide, they pay. And that's kind of always been a historical thing, so I've always taken their paperwork and their payment like we did the first one.
Okay, so actually it might be simpler and fairer if we maybe did the same. We waive the insurance obligation for any political organization that would like to use the facilities, but we did require the payment, facilities payment. What do you think about that?
I'm willing to adjust my motion to reflect that.
I think that's fair, since that's what they... Well,
So
no,
the motion is to not require insurance, but to require payment.
Waive insurance.
Waive insurance, but require payment.
building use.
Doesn't make sense.
No?
You're going to waive one thing, but take the other thing. I mean, it's for the better of the town, no matter who it is. It's a town building, it's a meeting hall. I think we should waive the fee on it.
I agree.
And insurance. Across the
I
board.
think it's anything that brings the community out who
Yes.
wants to serve the town of Amenia ought to, you know, it's sitting here being heated, cooled, and cleaned. It ought to be used. That's my-
Yeah, I agree with that. I just don't want to go back like, well, this party has held 50 meetings here in the past 20 years, and if we're going to retroactively waive a fee that somebody already paid, I don't want to get into people looking for,
I paid it. It's not going to upset me.
okay.
You know, it was a donation. Yeah, I mean, happy to do it, but not every time.
So I hear some amendments to the motion.
So-
Are we keeping the motion, amending the motion?
I think
Let's go ahead.
consistency would be good, so whatever we...
Let's go
whatever
ahead and
we-
keep the motion as it
As is.
was.
All right, what's,
Waive the $25 fee.
Waive the fee, waive the insurance fee.
In your original motion, you did specifically say for the Democrat committee meeting, are you looking to keep it for this one meeting, or are you looking to make it a blanket for the year? Because there's just so
We're
much,
just going to do one meeting.
just for the one meeting. Okay. And that will be held on March 26th. How did you forget that? There's balloons in there.
It's
Balloons are going
it's
to pop
there.
out, right?
Yeah, 2 to 4.
Okay. Councilman Delango? We're waiving the $25 fee
but this is
and
a
the
one-shot
insurance for
deal,
the March
right?
26th.
One-shot deal.
For the one-shot meeting. And then the next time it comes up, we'll discuss it again.
Which is how building waiver requests go,
Usually go anyway.
building fee waiver requests.
Councilman Delango?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilman Hitzelberger?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
And Supervisor Prody?
No.
Now, I have one more discussion while we're on this. I mean, I just don't understand why, you know, every time, so how we're going to have it now is if they ask for the fees to be waived, we're going to waive the fees, but if they don't ask, we're going to charge it.
They have to pay $25 to reserve the room.
You know, I mean, again, the whole argument is the town hall is for the people in the town. It's not like you have the Millerton Democratic or Republican Party coming down here and using the room. It's Amenia. I mean, I honestly think that the fee should be waived across the board for political parties. Because if someone doesn't realize, well, you have to ask to waive the fee, you know, you're going to have one person pay one time, another person pay another time. If you're going to make the rule general across the board. Just my 2 cents. And I'd like to make a motion if we could waive the fee and the insurance for all political parties for 2017.
Second.
Discussion. Do we want to have some qualification as to what a political party is? Something that's just because the what's the flying spaghetti monster? Well, is that a?
I think we know what a political party is.
Or do we?
Yeah, working.
Okay.
I mean, there's.
They're defined
Do you
by
want
the
to
Board of
They are-
Elections.
have the
specify-
paperwork. They know what they are.
Do you want to specify Republican and Democrat?
No, I
because
think
working-
I don't
as
think so. You have
recognized by the
working
Board of
families, you have
Election,
independents.
As recognized
as
by the
recognized by the
Board
Board of Election is a great qualifier.
As recognized, why don't we do that?
As recognized by the Board of Elections.
Apologies to anybody who follows the flying spaghetti.
Councilman Delango?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Hitzelberger?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
Supervisor Prody?
No.
I have another issue that I forgot to bring up, is that when I went to Association of Towns, they reminded me that one of our fiduciary responsibilities and our accountability is that we should be reviewing a balance sheet as well as the income and expenses. So if that could be provided, let's just say quarterly, so that
What
we
balance
could-
sheet? Trial
A
balance?
balance.
Full balance? Which one?
A full balance sheet that would give us the cash on hand, the cash in our accounts, our assets and liabilities. Just a traditional balance sheet.
Trial balance. I'll get you one.
Okay.
You can get it the same time you get your
The income and expenses.
it's income and expenses.
Now, on that balance sheet, what are the assets listed as? I mean, what's considered an asset?
We own
Cash.
property. We're big
What's that?
property owners.
Cash.
Cash? I mean, we're still waiting, you know, I mean, all the recreation equipment and stuff
Building.
like that. We were supposed to do
Inventory.
an inventory on that stuff a couple years ago. I mean, if we're going to get a balance sheet, we're going to have the balance sheet give us the right information.
Well, I
So,
don't think it has to be detailed as
It's
to
not
every
gonna be
chair
that
and every
detailed.
computer and every laptop that we own. It would be a typical one-page balance sheet. And I can give you an example that they provided at Association of Towns. I'll scan that and send that to you so that you can see
yeah,
what the comptroller's office.
but again, we talked about it a couple years ago. Remember
The
when we
inventory?
wanted to get rid of old air conditioners and we couldn't get rid of them because
Well,
they...
that's a law. We
But
can't.
It's the same thing, it goes with sports equipment and all other kind of recreational equipment.
Well, my
and
balance sheet
whatever stuff.
wouldn't include that. I mean, the one that they recommended was a simple affair. It was just a typical one that an organization would have.
I mean, the balance is a balance. I mean, if stuff's included in it, you leave some stuff in, you leave some stuff out, it's not a balance.
I'll give you the example of what
Yeah.
a typical balance
Okay.
sheet would be for board members to review. The other thing is a pork loin dinner, 5 to 7 p.m. on the 25th of March at the South Amenia Presbyterian Church. $5 for seniors, $12 for adults, 5 to 7 p.m. And I believe we're doing a Northern Duchess NDP quarterly meeting at 7 p.m. on Monday, the 27th. Is that correct?
Yes, that's for the firemen.
Firemen are doing that to give us a sense of where we're at with our ambulance service, which is going to be very interesting. And math and science night is at Weebatuck, is that correct?
is.
And that's, I believe, pre-K through 6th? Or perhaps that's what, it may go all,
I'm not
okay.
participating this year, Mike.
5:30 to 8 p.m. And I believe the agricultural breakfast at Farm and Home Center is that same day, that morning, 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. It's always very, very interesting and it's very important. Agriculture is our second largest industry in New York State. Is that correct, Mark?
That's correct.
There you go. Second largest industry. It's not a fantasy. It actually is a serious part of our economy.
What day?
It is on the 23rd, the Thursday, March 23rd. Excellent, excellent program. Okay. That's all I have.
Motion to
I
adjourn?
have one other object, and one other
Okay,
thing.
go ahead.
Chuck Walters is the state DOT guy.
Yeah.
Could you write him a letter and let him know, I've drawn a little picture here. When you're coming out of Old Route 22 and you turn right to go north on 22, there's a drainage grate right there. The thing pops up. I mean, like, my truck went down into it, and I thought that the rear tire was going to get stuck in this grate. It scared the bejesus out of me.
Could you send me an email with the details so I can,
I can take a picture of this
okay, whatever.
and send it to you. But if you could just contact him and see if there's something that can be done before somebody does lose a tire. You hit it too?
Every time I come here. You would think I'd drive around, but you can't.
I've tried to, but if you do that, then your nose goes across the yellow line, and then you're going to get clipped.
And it's right on the side?
It's right there when you make that right-hand turn and you're headed up towards the church. You can't miss it
Okay.
unless you're maybe in a tiny car.
I'll mention it to him.
Thank you. Motion to adjourn.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?